We see this look from time to time from the Knights. Third down, St. Clair deep drop back. He's going deep down the field. The pass is caught. Wide open 40, 30. It's Buck Studwell. 15, 10, 5 touchdown. New York. They're going to hand it off to H. Shaw. He got the first down. A championship is coming to New York.
23 seconds, 22 seconds. What are they going to do here? 4 yards from the end zone. Dunhill going to throw again. Dunhill out to Hollywood. BDG Hollywood touchdown! Oh my. The Atlanta Swarm. How about it? Your champions, Georgia. 27-10 over Sioux Falls. Your Atlanta Swarm are title winners. To the right. That's Carr. 2 down from the end. Handoff, Sandlin. Boy, he almost got hit the backfield, and Sandlin breaks it through for a touchdown for Seattle. What a run from Sandlin. He was dead to rights in the backfield and made something out of nothing. They're going to go 5 wide for Wigmore. Wigmore steps up, hit as he threw. Pass is intercepted at the 50 with room to return. It's Albert Begin again. 35-30. Albert Begin. 20, 10. Touchdown, Lone Star. Ivory Irvin not fast enough this time, and the Glory right back in it.
Second and 10 from the 38. Marconi back to pass against another blitz. Marconi's going to avoid a sack. Throw a ball deep down the field. The pass is caught. What a throw! What a throw! Touchdown! Minneapolis to Almiron Sabu. Oh my goodness! A slow motion replay here. You've got to be kidding me. SFL is gonna bring out the trophy, and Minneapolis is gonna get to celebrate for the fans that came down. Receivers, 3 to the right side. Tallahassee needs a stop. They haven't gotten one here in the third. And Cochran's go to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. And Alaska has 9 points here in the third quarter. That's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to the Alaska Storm. They are your Season 11 SFL champions.
How about EJ DeCue, Patrick Kelly, and Sean Crooked on that line? Great protection for Jackson. Now Moses is running over people, as are the rest of the Scorpions, and they fight him for a touchdown.
This Matt Wilson's pass is caught for a touchdown. What a throw to Dijon Swan. The Mexico City Aztecs, headlined by team owner Ramos Lin, gets their first SFL championship, a 38-24 victory over Chicago.
Wigmore now 10 of 13, 76 yards, 14th pass of the day. Wigmore fires it outside, it's intercepted! John Barnhart, touchdown! Sioux Falls, he does it again for the Sparrows in the postseason!
Showing a blitz on the outside, it's Queen City. Everyone stays home. Darnell Black runs past everybody, picks up a block. Darnell Black in the open field. 40, 35, 30. Being chased by Shine. He won't catch him. And the Hyenas have cut it to 7.
Mama, there goes that man.
Stats all-star crew for a terrific start so far. Third down and 9 to start the second quarter. Ivory Irvin's over the top, and it's a touchdown for Baltimore.
Jark Tarkington has a chance to win it.
Oh my goodness. For all of that, and Tarkington gives Baltimore their 3rd straight title. Oh my goodness.
Well, McChesney gonna get a carry. Oh, there goes McChesney. One man to beat, he breaks it. Jaron McChesney down the sideline. Francis trying to catch him. Not today, young fella. Touchdown Denver, they're right back in it. Down to 15 seconds left. Sully back to pass. He's going to Corky. It is caught. And he puts it down. DC.
Greg Corky.
They got to pull out something miraculous here.
DC can't let him get behind him. They got to keep everything in front of him here. This is the ball game. Daniel Garcia back to pass. He's going to throw it deep to the middle. The pass is caught, and the tackle is made. And the DC Dragons have won the championship by a miracle on Zach Sully's throw to Greg Corky. And I let the fellas give me a breath.
It's a beautiful Saturday night for football here at our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., and it's a battle of the Atlantic Division with the D.C. Dragons playing host to the Baltimore Vultures. Hello, everybody. Ethan Muslin here. Welcome to Dungeon of Dracarys Coliseum here in the District of Columbia. Got my partner, Mr. Cameron Duty, here with the call for you today. And boy, DC looking to hopefully put another loss column for Baltimore. One of the few SFL franchises to actually defeat the Vultures. Last time they did it, well, the only time they did it, was in Week 12 of Season 18 when they knocked down the Vultures 24-17. Vultures looking pretty good so far. What do you think DC's going to have to do, Cam, to be able to knock down the Vultures once again?
Good evening, Ethan. It's good to be with you, my friend. Listen, I think a divisional matchup is always exciting. Doesn't matter your record. When you're in a division, you play your hardest. And I think, as a lot of people have been talking in the chat, it could be a big game for possibly for DC here to come in and do something with these Vultures. I think it's going to come down to just consistency in the playbook. I mean, really, I think that they need to attack with a great passing game, but don't forget the run game either. I think a good mix is going to be what it's going to take to keep these Baltimore Vultures on their toes. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you there. They're going to have to, do their best to try to add some variety to their playbook and hopefully throw the Vultures for a loop. So far, in just the two games we've had this season, Baltimore is third in the league on defense. They've allowed 21.5 points, and they have only allowed 4 passing touchdowns all season. And if you're wondering about rushing touchdowns, well, they don't exist yet because they haven't been scored on that way yet. Baltimore to get the ball to start things off, and they're going to take it deep in their own end zone. Be brought out to about the 20, 25. Oh, and a little bit of a run there from Ivory Irvin. Thought he might get a little bit of room, but a great return to bring it up to the Baltimore 25, and that'll bring out Jack Wigmore, who has been with this team since he got drafted 6 seasons ago. He has been here for all 4 championship reigns. He's hoping to add one more for the thumb. Wigmore's going to have 2 wide and 2 back to start things off. Ackerman, the tight end, on the left side. On the steep drop, going to grow right side, and it's a nice completion to Mac Chima. And that is enough for the first down. They're going to just give him about 11. And then one play moves the chains, and that does break a streak for Baltimore, who have scored on the opening play of the last 2 games. They had the opening play touchdown in Week 1. They had the kickoff return for a touchdown in Week 2. So now it's pretty much just normal football for Baltimore now. Twins to the right here for 1st and 10 at the 35. Wigmore on the quick step. He'll throw left side. It'll get caught by Warren Murray, who will be brought down by Riley Hughes over at the 37-yard line. We'll introduce the rest of the Vulture offense. We talked about Wigmore in the backfield, Warren Murray and T-Roy Gaines. Wide receivers are Ivory Irvin, the rookie David Anderson, the first-round pick of Baltimore, Daley Holder alongside Mac Chima, and the tight end, the recent acquisition from Jacksonville, Caesar Ackerman. Wigmore to throw. He'll screen it out to Murray, and he is going to get just right back to the line. No gain on that one with the stop from number 28, Darrell Bullock. It's 3rd and 8.
That's pretty interesting, Ethan. We got to talk about small victories here. If you were DC, and they've stopped, they haven't scored initially yet, and now they've got them held into a 3rd down here. If they can stop, that'll be big right out of the gate.
Baltimore going to go 4 wide on 3rd down with trips to the left side. Wigmore on the deep drop, going to throw the deep ball down the middle. It's caught by Ivory Irvin, thrown down to the DC 42, and a 3rd down conversion puts the Vultures in plus territory.
Baltimore certainly doing what they do best there. And, of course, Wigmore putting that ball right there to where only the receiver could get it. Just a nice play, and they look like they're going pretty up-tempo here, pretty quick.
That catch from Irvin going 21 yards. They're going 5 wide this time with Wigmore in the shotgun. Wigmore throwing the deep ball right side this time, and another completion. This one down to the 20, and that one's a completion to Chima for 22.
Yeah, nice job by Chima there. Of course, Wigmore just certainly put that football to where, again, only the receiver could get it. He's so good at that, putting it right on that side, right where it was right at his hands. The defender just couldn't get in to even swat it down. This is a team that feeds on momentum, and you're starting to see it begin to churn here.
New set of downs just right on the border of the red zone. They'll hand off to Murray, right side. He'll have some room and gets plugged up at the 16, stopped by Declan O'Rourke. And to be a gain of 4, we'll introduce the rest of the DC Dragon defense on the line. It's Jose Fuentes, John Gary, and 2 rookies, Kano Fortson and Jason Bourne. First and second round picks respectively. Linebackers are Declan O'Rourke, Riley Hughes, and Saeed Gore. The corners are Fugu Gaipan, Peanut Say, and Darryl Bullock. The safeties, John DeSantis, Josh Vasquez, and John Patrick Levine, the former rookie from Annapolis. And that's a run from T-Roy Gaines to bring it down to the 6-yard line. Now that's good to see. T-Roy Gaines had some struggles last week. Ended up with about -3 yards overall on offense last week.
Yeah, T-Roy 6'1", 240 right there. 10 seasons in the league now, and it's nice to see him getting a carry there. A really nice play, just breaking up the middle, and he's always a hard guy to bring down. So another fresh set of downs here for Baltimore.
After the 10-yard run from Gaines, it's 1st and goal. 3 wide receivers, 2 with backfield. Looks like a 33 nickel set for the Dragons. Wigmore throws right side. It's tipped and incomplete. A little bit of a play there from Josh Vasquez, knocking that one down.
Yeah, nice play by Vasquez. Watch him just kind of drop back here in coverage and swats that ball down. Nice play. Really, had his eyes on the quarterback there the whole time.
And you also saw that Darryl Bullock playing on Mac Chima, getting on the one-on-one matchup. So nice job there from the DC defense to throw the Vultures for a bit of a loop. This will be play number 9 of this drive. 3 wide and an offset eye. Hand off to Murray left side. He's got room and he is just short. Oh, I thought he was going to break the plane, but they're going to say he is not going to make it. It's going to be 3rd down and goal to go.
My goodness, what a play, what an effort by the DC defense there. I thought for sure that was 6 points, but they held up right there on the goal line.
You can see there, it's about 3rd down and a piece of paper to get 6 points. Jumbo package for the Vultures. They'll hand it off to Murray inside, and he's got it. Touchdown, Baltimore.
It's very interesting. I mean, as you can see where the ball was spotted, it wasn't going to take much to get in, and it looked like DC did begin to get a little bit of penetration here on this replay. If you take a look at it, you can see the inside kind of break, but then he just kind of sweep right by the guy there. That was pretty cool. Really nice play by Baltimore right there. Nice offensive drive. Just when we had them down, on 3rd down and back there towards their own side of the field, they come right back with some big pass plays and end it with the run.
Drive goes 10 plays, 75 yards, finishing off with that 1-yard touchdown run. But it does continue the streak of Baltimore scoring on their first possessions. And that extra point from Shark Tarkington up and through. And that'll make it 7-0 Baltimore with 6:56 to go here in the first quarter. Aerial coverage of today's game has been provided by Dags Droneworks, aerial photography and videography services for real estate, events, marketing, and more. You can learn more by going to dagsdroneworks.com. That's DAGGS droneworks.com. Tarkington to kick this away, so this will be DC's first turn with the football. And they'll try to do a little sidestep up the middle, but nothing doing there for Ronnie Shanahan. He'll bring it up to the 23-yard line. And that will bring us to the offense for the DC Dragons, being led by Shabazz Synergy. Last game they had, Shabazz was not too shabby. He went 26 for 27 in that overtime win against Houston.
Not shabby at all.
There's a completion rate of 96.3. You'll take that any day of the week. Handoff up the middle here for the first play, and it'll be... Oh! Kevin Say dragging a defender up to the 33-yard line. That's enough for 10 and change and a first down.
That's nice. I mean, that's what you want to do. You want to come out. You want to hit the ground running, honestly. And look at the spin move there. Very nice to pick up some extra yardage. A big chunk of yards there, and that's what you want to do if you're going to counteract this Baltimore offense.
Nice opening play from DC, picking up 10. 1 play, 1 first down in the books. Here's another first from the 33. Offset I formation, receiver to the right. Synergy going to check it down to Say, and he'll stay on his feet for a little bit and get taken down by Looks like Giovanni Bolt was there to make the play for a gain of 5. That'll introduce us to the rest of the Dragon offense. We got Sabaz Synergy at quarterback, Kevin Say and Chuck Steller on a 2 halfback set, alongside the rookie Jay Balmer. Wide receivers are Ronnie Shanahan, Mike Churchill, and Josh Gill. And your tight ends are Lauren Percoco and Craig Westlake. On 2nd and 5, Synergy going to throw down to Say again. He's got a bit of a block, and he will get it out of bounds to the 44-yard line. A nice little tackle there from Alvin Mack. But it's another first down play with 2 plays to Say.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so far working him pretty heavily there, and I mean, why not if they haven't been able to really stop him yet? The short out routes there have been working well as well as that first run. So, you know, they're going to lean on him to kind of keep this offense churning.
Synergy going to be in the pistol set for 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the right. A little bit of undulation from the defense there. Little pass to the right side, caught by Say. 3rd time we've called his name in a row, and that's going to be another 7-yard gain with Keenan Samuels there on the stop. That'll give us time to introduce the rest of the Vulture defense. On the line is Joe Duncan, Al Walker, Nate Brown, and Saron Yates IV. Linebackers are Frank Smith, Keenan Samuels, who came from Houston, and Alvin Mack. Corners are Enzo Bolt, Marvin Himes, Ben Stackenpaper, and Elijah Warfield. Your safeties are Giovanni Bolt and Troy Loshaw. Another pass there to Say. That's the 4th play in a row they've gone to him, and it's another first down going into Baltimore territory.
Yeah, and just as I mentioned there, it continues to work. I have to say, pretty impressed with this drive for DC. They don't look intimidated at all by Baltimore's opening drive. They feel pretty confident they can move the field as well. Maybe a little bit more methodical. Their tempo's a little bit slower, but so far they've made it up to midfield, and they're still going.
At the Baltimore 46, 3 wide, 2 in the backfield. Synergy from under center, going to hand off to Say. This is the 5th play in a row they've gone to him. And that'll be another 5 yards with the stop from Bolt. Now 2nd down and 5.
Going to be interesting here. Another key that I would like to bring up is that it is important, I think, for DC to do those manageable plays. You know, make those 2nd and 3rd down yards even shorter. You know, easier to convert that way. So I like what they're doing.
And I should stand corrected. That's the 6th consecutive play. Now the 7th consecutive play for Kevin Say. And looks like Baltimore's getting wise to it there as Mack makes the stop. And he's a little bit slow to get up there, but a 1-yard gain for Say. It'll be 3rd and 4.
I'd like to see him go downfield here a little bit, obviously 3rd and 4. I would like to see him look at least maybe towards the middle of the field to see what they could do, kind of shake it up a little bit. As we said, it would be good if they could get a good variety here to begin this game.
Yeah, the variety would be nice, but they've gone to Say 7 times in a row so far. Synergy to throw. It's going to go to Say for the 8th time today. This will be a first down. Excuse me, no, that's Jay Balmer. That is his first catch of the day from the fullback. That's going to bring it to the Baltimore 28.
Nice job by the rookie right there. A really nice play call. I like that. They were expecting, like we mentioned, to kind of look deep there, and they went on an out route there towards the sidelines. He turns it upfield and makes a first down, so this drive continues.
First catch for Balmer goes for 12 yards, and now DC looking to be at about the Baltimore 28. Hoping to respond from the score after Baltimore's opening drive. From the pistol, Synergy going for the deep ball down the middle. It is complete. That one caught by Lauren Prococo, and she takes it down to the 10. It's 1st and goal to go.
That was impressive. A really nice job, a really nice route by Prococo. If we can take a look, watch her cut inside right here. Perfect, and Synergy just lays it out right where it needed to be. A very nice play. Had them on their heels right there for Baltimore.
And that is the first catch of the day by someone other than a back in this drive. Now DC looking to hopefully punch it in. They're 30 feet away. First down and goal to go. 4 wide receivers, Synergy under center. And he will, oh wow, it's got deflected on the line. It'll be incomplete. Al Walker there looked like he might have gotten a hand up on that one.
That was a nice play. Got right in there, got a little bit of pressure on the outside there, and got his hand right in the way to deflect that. Going to make it an interesting 2nd and goal. Pretty much a 2nd and 10 here. Going to be interesting to see what strategy they try to go with here to get some yardage.
Looks like they're going back to that same play set. 3 wide to the left, 1 to the right. Faking the handoff. Synergy gonna dump it off the middle. It'll be completed. And that's a catch to Ronnie Shanahan, who will bring it down to the 3. It's about a 7-yard gain for 3rd down and goal.
You're always happy to come away with some points, which, it looks as if even if they can't score the touchdown here, they can get the field goal. That is great. But if you can't punch it in after this long, sustained drive, that's got to be kind of chalked up to a victory for the Baltimore defense.
Baltimore putting 8 in the box, 5 on the line. They're looking for that run. Synergy going to throw to the end zone. Incomplete. Got that one just a little bit early. Intended for Churchill. So that'll be 4th down and goal. And they're going to bring out Potty to kick the field goal.
That one hurts because you see they had the perfect play formation, didn't they, Ethan? I mean, you could see it set up just beautifully, just a little bit early on that pass. And now you're going to have a field goal attempt coming up here. A touchdown would have been nice, but you got to be happy with some points on your first drive for sure.
Absolutely. Potty to set up the field goal here. It'll be a 19-yarder. Good shot there. It's up and through. First points of the day for DC is a field goal. That'll make it 7-3 with 2:20 to go in the first quarter. And Potty's got to feel good about that. He went 2 for 3 on their last game against Houston, with the longest being 36. You got to feel good after getting a miss.
Oh yeah, always good to get a little bit of momentum, back in your kick there. And a really nice job, nice little field goal, good motivator.
That drive ended up going 12 plays for 76 yards to finish off with that field goal. Irvin going to bring this kick out, and he will bring it up to the 21-yard line. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the league, you can visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Second drive for the Vultures. They're going to start with 3 wide receivers, hand it off up the middle, and that is nothing doing for T-Roy Gaines. Nice little stop there from Jason Bourne, the rookie. Going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, Bourne did a really nice job of getting inside there and just, coming up with a big stop. The one thing you can do if you're the defense here for DC is keep Baltimore in long yardage situations. Makes their job a lot harder.
2nd down and 10, less than 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And Wigmore to throw, steps up a little bit, going to check it down to Murray, and he's only going to get back to the line. Yeah, they'll give him credit for that. Peanut Say there to make the stop. And that will bring up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, just a nice job right there by the DC defense. I mean, they had a great play call there. They read that like a book, and now we've got 3rd and 10, and the home crowd is chanting.
On a 41-dime setup for DC, Wigmore to throw up the middle. It'll be completed. Good for the first down there to Mac Chima. And that'll bring it up to the 34. A nice little gain of 13.
They're so hard to get off the field, aren't they? And it's because of good plays like that, good decisions by Wigmore there, waiting for the play to develop. And as you can see right there, just coming across on that route, that opened up just enough to get that reception in.
So new set of downs after the conversion. It'll be 1st down and 10 at the 34. Looks like a 2 tight end set with 3 wide receivers. Wigmore from the shotgun. He'll step back, throws down to his left side. It'll be caught by Irvin, who will go out of bounds for a gain of 3.
It's important if you're DC to not get rattled either by that. I think that DC has really, in my opinion, in this first quarter has done a very nice job on defense of matching up pretty well with these guys. I do know Baltimore had the early touchdown, but they're really making their job very difficult here, coming up with some good stops.
Going to the big set. They're going to hand off to Murray on 2nd down. He'll have room for the first down. He will not shake the tackles to break free. And that is a nice save from John DeSantis and Darrell Bullock. But it will be a first down on about a 9-yard gain.
It's a nice job by Murray right there. 2-time All-Star. And you can see why. Look at those moves, that finesse right there, just cutting back to the inside there to get a really nice pickup on that play.
Brings it up to the Baltimore 46. This will probably be the final play of the quarter. DC going into a nickel set. 3 receivers to the right. Wigmore goes to Murray to the left. And that'll get about 2 on the play before getting brought down by Peanut Say. And that is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter of play. Bit of a quick one so far here in DC, as the Dragons are trailing the Vultures 7-3, but it is still early. We've got plenty of football left to play. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube. We'll flip the field and come right back. Welcome back to the district. Ethan Muslin and alongside Cameron Duty, and it is 2nd and 8 for Baltimore, and this pass completed to Chima on the right side. It'll be enough for the first down. It'll be about a 12, 13-yard gain there.
That was a nice route by Chima. Just, the connection between those two, between quarterback and wide receiver, is very, very good. They're working well together today, and of course, this isn't the first time we've seen this chemistry either.
Resets the downs now. 3 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield. 33 nickel for DC. Wigmore to throw. Down the middle. Wide open. Oh, ball is out! Ball is out and picked up by John DeSantis. So it will be a DC recovery for the time being, but looked like maybe Chima did not make the move. Ooh, that will probably get looked at.
Yeah, that's going to be close. I would be surprised if it didn't get looked at. We'll see what happens here. And there it is. There's the challenge.
Yeah, that was not surprising to say the least. Yeah, Coach Tom Johnston is going to challenge the ruling there, and I would not blame him one bit. You'd rather take the incompletion. We'll take another look at it from here. Catch. Yeah, it looks like he didn't establish himself there. So I would not be surprised if this gets called incomplete.
Agreed. We'll see what the call is here.
And that does appear to be the case. It will be an incomplete pass. So that will be a sigh of relief for the Vultures, but they will get the ball back, but they'll lose the down.
And you can hear the crowd's dismay there, but the right call was indeed made. I have to agree.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 41. Pro set with 2 tight ends to the left. Handing it off to Gaines. Oh, and he is just pancaked right up the middle. What a big stop there by Declan O'Rourke. He makes a better door than he does window. It's a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, what a nice job. I mean, just great aggression right there. And I have to tell you, I think that lit a fire under DC. I really do believe. Like I said, they've been playing some solid defense so far. They need a big play like that to come up and derail this drive.
We're going to have 5 wide this time for 3rd down and 9. Going to go for the deep ball down the middle. Completed! And that's Daly Holder's first catch. Gets it down to the 17-yard line and a gain of 24.
Yeah, that was a big-time play, big time on 3rd down. These guys are great on 3rd down conversions. You can see Wigmore just very cool in the pocket. Tight spiral over the middle, and just a nice reception right there. Just had a step ahead of those defenders, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Great job converting that play. That is the first reception for Holder for 23, and you see there Wigmore already over 100 yards passing on the day. 1st and 10, 3 wide and 2 back. Wigmore on the quick step. Going to go down the middle. This one caught and rolling into the end zone for the touchdown is Daly Holder.
Man, what a nice play. A really quick play there. I mean, that was a he didn't hold on to the football long. Wigmore, that is, I'm speaking of. Watch him just drop back here, and he finds his man right over the middle, wide open there. It looks like the coverage may have got blown just a little bit. He rolled on into the end zone for 6.
Yeah, he just rolled on in untouched, managing to get into the end zone. Great awareness there to move yourself down the field by any means necessary. That drive going 11, that drive total ended up going about 11 plays for 77 yards, finishing off with that touchdown as the extra point from Tarkington makes it 14-3 with 9:41 to go here in the second quarter. If you are liking the game so far, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year because there is no place else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFLM action and help the channel grow through your support. Thanks to everybody in the SFL community for reaching 10 years of operation through your viewership. And that run from Shanahan ends up going to be a net loss on the touchback. It's going to bring the ball up to the 19.
This will be interesting right here. DC is in a very tight spot early on in this game. You don't want to come away, in my opinion, with anything less than a touchdown right now to kind of keep up with what Baltimore is doing.
Synergy with 3 wide receivers, nickel pack for Baltimore. Synergy going to throw, under pressure. Oh, and he is brought down for a loss of 9. Oh, and who else? Joe Duncan making that stop.
That was a bone-crushing hit right there. I don't think that Synergy felt the pressure. Watch him kind of step up right here and bam, right in the face mask.
Yeah, and you saw there number 76. That's Ezekiel Rubin, the tackle. Just unable to do anything against Duncan there. It ends up with a loss of 9. So now with a 2nd and long, Synergy's going to go in the shotgun with 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. A little bit of time in the pocket, going to throw. Wow, great completion into coverage. Gets back 18 yards down to Josh Gill.
I did not expect that to be a completion. I was thinking interception more than anything, throwing into that coverage like that. But there, he threaded the needle, right? I mean, that's really all you can say about that. A really nice reception, though. Nice way to come back after the sack.
Yeah, going from a loss of 9 to a gain of 18, setting up 3rd down and 1. 2 tight ends set, 2 in the backfield. They're going to hand it off. And it's a run there from Kevin Say. He's trying to stay on his feet, but ends up getting brought down by Walker. But it will be a 1st down for the Dragons.
Yeah, that was nice. That's gutsy right there. Just take a look at that there. They relied on their running back. Watch him kind of push his way through there with his right hand. And then, of course, the spin move there. That's nice. They just put it on the back of the guy who so far has really carried a lot of their offensive production.
Yeah, it was Walker and Yates there on the stop. Nice job to see the linemen see the running back go through and have the awareness to go and chase after him. Dime pack for Baltimore on 4 wide. Synergy to throw. He's check it down to Say. He'll get the catch. Stay on his feet for 1. Stay on his feet for another. And gets down to the 46-yard line. A tough gain of 9 yards there.
Yeah, he fought for every yard of that, did he not? I mean, a really nice play. You know, these guys are out here. They're playing hard. These guys and girls are giving it 110% today. As you can tell, DC, they can move the ball down the field pretty well. They just got to get it in the end zone there.
They're going to try to go with a jumbo package here. Say up the middle, gets the 1st down and a little bit more. Will he get some room? He will not, as he is brought down from behind by Warfield. But it will bring the ball to the Baltimore 35. Another 1st down, this time a gain of about 17, 18 yards.
Yeah, that was nice. When I said it earlier in the game, I said they got to rely on the guys who's moving the ball down the field for them. I didn't expect it to be so frequent. I really didn't. I mean, this is a tough guy right here, and until they can find a way to stop it, I really can't blame them for sticking with that.
Kevin Say so far 10 touches, 5 on the ground, 5 through the air. And will they go to him again this time? No, they're going to go into coverage on the pass, and it is incomplete. Bobbled around there. Looked like intended for Shanahan.
Yeah, that scared me just a little bit right there watching that one. I thought that was going to be a pick for sure there. Number 42 there coming up with a great deflection there. Frank Smith just about come up with the interception there. DC got lucky on that one.
Yeah, and you saw everybody trying to huddle around that ball, trying to pick it up, but nobody could get it. It brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 35. Baltimore set up in a nickel package. DC going to have 3 wide. They got Prococo to the left. Synergy stepping up, throws right side to Shanahan. and he will get 5 on the play before getting brought down by Stack and Paper. Another 3rd and medium coming up for the Dragons.
Yeah, I like that play. I really do. There wasn't much going on any farther down the field to take a shot at, so you just go to your receiver there and just get some easy yardage to make this a manageable 3rd down. Big play right here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for a pass here. They got 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Another nickel set for Baltimore. Faking the handoff. Synergy. Going to throw down the middle. It's complete for a 1st down to the 13-yard line. Another gain of about 12 yards. This one going to number 89 of DC. That is to one of the secondary wide receivers, Andrew Tate.
Had a really nice job right there by utilizing him. I think what's kind of going on here, they've used Say so much, I think they're kind of expecting them to go that route. Now DC's starting to come in and plug some other players into the system, and they may have something cooking right here.
That pass going for 17 yards. Be 1st and 10 from the 13. Synergy trying to go for the end zone. He'll go to Percoco, and she gets out of bounds at the 8. It'll be a gain of 6, and you can see there's a little less than 6 minutes to go here in the 1st half.
It's been a really quick 1st half, hasn't it? I mean, I'm enjoying the game, so time flies when you're having fun, but this 1st half really has moved so far. A lot of inbounds plays. Haven't seen much out of bounds, have we?
No, this is actually the 4th drive of the game. Both teams having equal possession here. Both getting 2. Synergy to throw on 2nd down. Little pressure coming up the middle. Tipped, and it's almost intercepted by Ben Stack and Paper, but he couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, that was a nice play. What can you say there? Baltimore showing some championship experience right there. When you get down to this part of the field, they really tighten. I guess it's the whole bend but don't break mentality. They always can kind of come up with a big stop. We will see what happens here on 3rd down if they can complete that.
They got to get to the 4 to move the chains. They need 8 for 6 points. Synergy from under center. Gonna throw. Has a receiver. Percoco gets into the end zone. Touchdown, DC.
Perfect play call. Perfect play call. Take a look at this highlight right here. Drops back and just perfect. Percoco right there coming over the middle there. Kind of unguarded there. I think they kind of, she got lost there in the coverage and she slips through for a really nice play. That was big. Exactly the way DC needed to answer.
That drive going 8 plays, 51 yards, pending the extra point with the 4-yard touchdown. This will make it a 4-point game if Pawty will kick it through. So far, a pretty even-handed battle between these two clubs, and the kick is up and through. And that will make it 14-10 with 5:34 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Sunday, a pair of early season unbeatens take center stage in Canada, where Robert Redford and the Vancouver Legion will host BDG Hollywood and the Atlanta Swarm in the first SFL game in Canada in 2023. Coverage of that game will start at 9:15 p.m. Eastern, only right here on the SFL YouTube. Kick here for Irvin, takes about the 5, and will be run up to about the 26-yard line. This will stop there from the DC special teams. Baltimore probably going to have this possession, and that will probably be all they get for the 1st half, pending any sort of shenaniganery.
Really interesting. DC's got to be feeling a little bit of momentum, feel a bit of excitement right here. If they can come away with a big stop and get the ball back before the half, that would be huge.
Wigmore going to go in the shotgun. 5 wide receivers for 1st down. Quick throw, left side, will be in. Yes, it is completed. They're going to get him to the 43-yard line, a 22-yard gain for Irvin.
That was close. I was kind of thinking that was probably out of bounds, but we'll take a look at the replay here. And oh, yeah, okay. Nice footwork, looks like.
Yeah, he was able to get the 1 foot. That's all you need in the SFL. Just 1 foot in bounds is good enough for everybody. So that goes for a gain of 17. It'll be 1st down from the 43. 3 wide receivers, both Murray and Gaines in the backfield. And Wigmore under a little pressure, rolling to his left. Will get it out and get the catch to Irvin. Gonna bring it up to the 37 of DC. Another first down.
We may be looking at an offensive shootout here. It just has the makings of that, doesn't it? I mean, if it weren't for DC being cut down to that field goal early on, we would be tied. It has that feeling of it's going to come down to who may have the ball last here.
Wigmore on the quick pass to the right side. Again, another catch to Chima. This one going for 6. It brings it out to the DC 31-yard line. We got to go to my hometown of LA with a game break. Here's Cameron Irvine.
Thank you, Eric. Los Angeles off to a slow start at home, although they did just get a long pass play. This pass, however, #Y Sully picked off for a Portland Fleet touchdown. Portland up 14-0 in the Battle of the Pacific. Back to Baltimore and DC with Ethan and Cam.
Thank you, Cam. That pass there completed to Chima. Brings it down to the 19. A nice little gain of about 13 yards will be first down.
You know, being new to the SFL commentary, this is my first time getting to call a Baltimore game, but it really is amazing to sit and watch this, just the efficiency of this offense and how quick that they can move down the field.
There's another one going for 8 yards. That one caught by, that is Caesar Ackerman, the tight end. That is his first catch of the game so far.
Yep, nice job getting everybody, involved in this offensive scheme here. Already down to the 11-yard line of Washington, so plenty of time left to punch this thing in.
Going to about 3.5 minutes here in the first half. Jumbo I here for 2nd and 2. Wigmore going to hand off to Murray up the middle. He'll get just enough for the first down. Limps ahead for 4. And that'll bring up 1st and goal to go at the 8.
Yeah, 1st and goal. And as we said, they don't have to worry about the clock right here. It's looking as if DC will get a chance to get the ball back. I know a lot can change. I don't see it taking them 3 minutes to get in the end zone, though, or get some points up here.
We're going to go for the throw. Oh, but he's brought down from behind by Jason Bourne. It's a loss of 3 on the play. What happened to the right tackle there?
Totally got obliterated. It looked like Bourne come through with a head of steam. I mean, he wasn't going to be denied. A great job. That's the best penetration that we have seen from that defensive line all game, and they're going hurry up here.
That was number 74, Michael Cole, the right tackle, who just got obliterated on there. Pass to Wigmore, caught on the tiptoe. Touchdown, Ivory Irvin.
My goodness. That's what makes this team so dangerous. Doesn't seem like anything really rattles them. Okay, you get sacked the play prior, and then you come right back with a little in-toe touchdown there. That was pretty impressive, I must say. But yeah, that's going to give DC a chance to get the ball back too. So they really need to try to get some points up before the end of this too.
Drive went 8 plays, 74 yards with the 11-yard touchdown to Irvin on his tippy toes. And Tarkington to kick the extra point. It's up and good. That'll make it 21-10 with 2:33 to go here in the first half. And yeah, DC will have the ball back. They'll have 2.5 minutes to head down the field. If anything, any points on the board will make it a 1-score game.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. That's what they got to be going for here. Get it in field goal range. That's your first objective. And then see what time you got left on the clock.
Kick is away. Be taken about a couple yards inside. Shanahan going to bring it out up to the 20, and that's about all she did. Bit of a break-even play. Going to bring it down to 2:28 to go for the first half, and DC will start at their own 20.
I think what's interesting is we've saw some really good receptions so far this game, haven't we? Some stuff that's really highlight reel material. So look for these in the later broadcast, especially when they go back over the highlights. They'll be there.
Absolutely. And if you ever get an opportunity here on the YouTube channel, we always have highlight packages. So if you can't watch the full games, those are always good to watch. And that catch completed to Balmer, who got brought down by Mack, and it's only a 2-yard gain. And looks like DC's not in any hurry to get back.
No, they may try to squeeze one more play in before the 2-minute warning. It looks that way anyway. I think you need to try to take a shot downfield, in my opinion.
3 seconds to go here until the warning, and they will not get it off in time. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. DC trailing 21-10. But they got the ball to hopefully finish off the half on a high note. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music here on YouTube. Back here in DC, Ethan Muslin, Cameron Duty here on the call for you tonight. Ron Hines and Eddie Gage doing stats and making us look smart, and we always appreciate that. Synergy from under center, going to hand off to Kevin Say, and he'll get up to the 25, another gain of 2 yards, and that'll bring up about a 3rd and medium.
You know, I'm a little bit surprised that they went to the run on that, aren't you? But they may be setting up for something good down the field here on 3rd. I think you gotta attack them. You can't get conservative right here.
They do look set up for a pass. 3 wide receivers, and Synergy will go down the middle. Nice little catch, brought down by Mike Churchill. And again, they're not going into any rush. That's probably the best way to do it. Keep the ball on your side. Don't give Baltimore any time.
That's true, and I think that is. You know, that's a lot of the reason why they are doing that, because we've seen how dangerous Baltimore is when they have the ball.
That pass for Churchill going for 11 yards. Going to bring a new set of downs here at the 36. 2 tight ends to the left, 2 wide receivers. They've got Kevin Say in the backfield. Looks like Baltimore might have been showing blitz. Synergy in a little bit of trouble, and he's brought down. That is Saran Yates the 4th making the play.
That was a nice play, man. The coverage just crumbled all around Synergy.
Synergy going to throw again. This one going left side, and he will get out of bounds. Nice little catch from Craig Westlake. Gets it back to almost the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
I could be off base, I'm not sure, but I watch Baltimore and I see parallels of another team who will be playing football tomorrow, the Kansas City Chiefs. It seems like you cannot leave these guys a second on the clock, and I think that's what DC's trying to do here, trying to keep them from getting the ball once more.
Now a 3rd down and 9, the old 2-and-2 for DC. Dime pack for Baltimore. Synergy only feeling 3 on the rush. This pass is intercepted, and there's room to run for Giovanni Bolt, and he brings it back to the DC 30-yard line.
Oh, what a play. What a great play by Bolt. I mean, what more can you say? He read that play from the beginning. Watch him just drop back here. He knew the whole time where Synergy was going to go with that. And indeed, he come up with a big-time play right there. And now, just like that, the tables have turned. 38 seconds still on the clock, and that's more than enough time for Baltimore to put some more points up before the end of the half.
Now remember, DC will get the ball to start the second half, but they got to hope for a stop here to try to prevent this from being a 3-score game. This whole pass to Murray is complete. Baltimore will take the timeout as Murray only gets back to the line of scrimmage. 34 seconds left.
That really changed quick, didn't it? That's the fun thing about the SFL. You just never know from one play to the next.
Yeah, absolutely right on that, and it's a great job there from the DC defense to prevent any further forward progress. Hoping to make this a 24-10 game as hopefully a worst-case scenario. Power I formation for Baltimore. They'll hand off to Murray, who goes up the middle, and nice stop once again as Baltimore will call another timeout. That one was a stop from Jason Bourne, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
Already in field goal range, obviously. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of play call they come up with here. Big stop for DC. This is when your defense needs to rise up, and don't let them convert this.
Baltimore going to go 5 wide. Looks like they got Ackerman flexed out to the left. 41 dime for DC. Wigmore throws the ball left side. Tipped and incomplete. Peanut Say got a hand on it, knocked it down, was hoping to pull it in for a pick. But it will bring out Shark Tarkington to kick the field goal.
Yeah, a nice job by Say right there, getting some work in there on the defensive side. You got a Say on offense and a Say on defense, and right now they've come up big for DC. That was a nice play here, so that kind of stops the drive. At least that's going to bring up a field goal attempt, and that's going to be much more manageable here.
Tarkington last season, 266 of 273 for a 97.4 field goal percentage. He was the second best in field goals made. This one on its way and good from 43 yards. And that will make it 24-10 with 22 seconds left. DC has all 3 of its timeouts left, though.
You know, you'd never want to give points away. And I mean, you know, off of that turnover right there, you didn't want to see that happen. But that is the best case scenario, honestly. That still keeps it a 2-score game. If you can put something together here very quickly, get some points on the board before halftime, you get the ball coming back at the second half, that could be very good for DC if they can do that.
Might be able to if they can get a score here. Maybe they can get some momentum going into the second half. Shanahan going to bring the ball out to the 20. So another net even on the return. 18 seconds left for DC to put some points on the board.
Yeah. What do you think they do here, Ethan? I'm just curious your thoughts on this one. What would you do?
Well, my game planning would be you want to try to go for some sideline routes. I mean, you got a couple timeouts to play with, but the more time you can shave off the clock, the better.
Agreed. Yep, we're in line in our same thinking there for sure.
DC going to go with a power I formation here. They're going to hand off to Kevin Say, who goes right side, and he will not shake the tackles. And looks like the DC will be content to going into the tunnel with a 14-point deficit.
Yeah, that'll about wrap this one up here for the first half.
First half in the books here in DC. And the Vultures now hold on to a 24-10 lead, but the Dragons will get the ball to start the second half. And here's the thing. Looking at the first half, no punts made by either side.
Yeah, that's big. Look at the time of possession for both of these teams. Equal, almost equal. I mean, honestly, you would not expect there to be a 14-point difference, would you? The turnovers, though, you know, with that interception there that led to that field goal by Tarkington made a difference. And then, of course, the opening drive there, we talked about it before with DC, you know, having to settle for a field goal instead of being able to punch it in for a touchdown. You know, those are some big points that's kind of changed the complexion of this game. But right now, even for both of these teams on offense, both with out there on the field with about a 50-50 split on time of possession.
Yeah, 50-50 split on possession, 50-50 on almost on ground yards too, because you're talking about Warren Murray's only had the ball 6 times and gone for about 26 yards, while Kevin Say's got 7 for 46. The only real difference I'm seeing is in the passing game. Wigmore's got 19 of 22 for 196. Shabazz Synergy 14 of 18 for 124. That's where the advantage has lied for Baltimore, is getting more passing yards. And that too, that interception from Giovanni Bolt, that's the one mistake that has been plaguing DC this entire game.
You know, talking about DC, Percoco is the leading receiver. She only has 28 reception yards. She does have that touchdown, but in this second half, I'm really going to want to see them try to attack down the field just a little bit more. I think they need to come out of that short yardage mentality so far that they've had. Let's see what they can do to try to go down the field and challenge some of these corners.
Yeah, as we said, DC's been winning the ground battle, but they've been losing the air battle, and it's resulted in Wigmore having 2 touchdowns to Synergy's 1. And that should hopefully be a sign of doing some adjustments there in the air as the kick is underway. Shanahan going to take this from about the 3. He'll run up the middle, gets past the 20, and he'll get to the 24-yard line to set up DC's first drive here in the second half.
Yeah, and just like we mentioned, you know, just a moment ago, let's get that, you know, air game going. If you're DC and you're the coach or the coordinators there, you're just saying, let's take some shots. Let's see what we can do. Maybe find a weakness there in the covers that we can exploit.
We're going to start out in the jumbo I. Hand off to Say up the middle's got a gap, and he will end up getting about 5 on the play before getting brought down by Troy Loshaw. And that will put Kevin Say over 50 yards rushing on the day.
Certainly had his work cut out for him early. The workhorse of that first half, of course. It'll be interesting to see what they do here on 2nd and 5 with 1 man in the backfield.
They'll go to 3 wide receivers to the right side. Looks like they got a tight end set to the left. He'll hand off to Say right side. He's got room at the 40. There he goes. Going down to the 50 and down to the Baltimore 45-yard line. There's the big play they've been needing. And Kevin Say puts them in Baltimore territory.
And there's where you can open things up. Let's take a look at this replay. Watch this burst of speed he gets right there when he gets out in the open. Now, here you go. You've got him thinking run. Obviously, they're having a hard time stopping Say. It'll be interesting to see what they can do here. Maybe mix up some pass. I think that now that they're beginning to open up the field a little bit, you can start taking them shots down the field also.
That's the longest run of the day so far for Kevin Say, 26 yards. Synergy to throw on first down. He'll throw it down left side. Oh, nearly intercepted. Oh, man, that was a close one intended for Craig Westlake.
And if you're a DC fan, your heart kind of stopped for just a moment. Right there, you took a deep breath. Thankfully for them, that pass did fall incomplete. But, we have seen an interception already and a couple of batted balls there. Ball protection needs to be key right here against a very tough defense.
Yeah, Baltimore so far with 3 deflections and 1 interception compared to DC's 2. Synergy to hand it off to Say, and he is brought down from behind. Looks like that was Mack making the tackle. That'll be a gain of 3 and a third and somewhat long coming up.
You pretty much have to pass here, I would think. 3rd and 7. I guess you could go to the ground again with Say, but that's tough. That's tough on a 3rd down. And you can see they've emptied the backfield.
Yeah, empty backfield here. Synergy in the shotgun. Looking to throw. Deep ball right side. Tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ben Stackenpaper. And he brings it back to the Baltimore 42. Oh, that's the 2nd pick of the day for Synergy.
Yeah, and he's beating himself up. You can see there as he heads over to the sideline. Just a nice job by Stackenpaper. Again, great coverage right there and steps right in front of that pass. It was a good play design. It really was, but the ball was just a little bit short of that. Stackenpaper was right where he needed to be to snag that one out of the air. So if you are the DC defense now, your work got a little bit harder for you.
2nd mistake of the day for DC. Baltimore going to have pretty good field position to start their first drive of the half. Handoff up the middle. T-Roy Gaines getting the first down and a little bit more. Going to get brought down to the 46-yard line. A gain of 13 there for T-Roy.
Yeah, nice job by T-Roy. Did a very good job right there. 6'1", 240, as we mentioned before, in his 10th season, all with Baltimore. And again, he's a tough guy to bring down. Watch him. When he gets those legs churning, I mean, he's hard to bring down. You just about have to gang tackle him every time.
Yeah, one of the most powerful fullbacks in the SFL. And currently in the top 20 all-time in all categories, carries, yards, and touchdowns. 1st and 10 for Wigmore. He'll take the pass down the middle. It'll be completed to David Anderson. That is his first catch of the day, and the rookie gets it down to the 38 for a gain of 8.
I think it's safe to say that Baltimore has so many weapons. I mean, you even got these younger, inexperienced players out here that are coming up through the ranks, getting to get involved. They've got a depth on all positions that's very impressive.
Now 2nd and 2. I'll hand it off up the middle. Murray's going to get the first. He'll get down for a gain of 8. Right down to the 30-yard line with Peanut Say there making the tackle.
Yeah, it's interesting. You got to be getting frustrated if you're DC, and I mean, what more can you do? What more can you ask of your defense? Really, I mean, they've done just everything that they can to try to limit the points on the field there. But I feel like you're kind of starting to see them get a little bit run down because Baltimore has really started to put together some good drives here.
Oh, but there's some great defense. That is from Saeed Gore, who caught Murray in the backfield. That's a loss of 4 right there.
Well, there you go. The best way to shut up a commentator is to prove him wrong on that. That was a nice play. It really was. I mean, he come busting through. Just when I said they were kind of starting to get slowed down on steam a little bit, that was what they needed. So a fantastic play.
That brings 2nd down and long. Wigmore in the shotgun, 3 wide to the right. Bit of a low snap, but he'll throw it down the middle into coverage. Completed to Irvin, down to the 16-yard line. An 18-yard pass to Irvin. Now it's 1st down in the red zone.
I think that's the most frustrating part because you get them on a negative play, and then they come right back with this. Not afraid to throw a football into that coverage. 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders in the area, and still come up with that reception there. A really nice job, a great catch. But that's how, from the defensive side, it kind of leaves you scratching your head, doesn't it?
Yeah, because it looked like Fuku Gaipan might have been in a zone coverage setup there. Wigmore to throw to the end zone. It's tipped and incomplete. Oh, man. Vasquez was there on the play to break things up.
That was nice. And you talk about urgency, okay? You can see it right there. They know they cannot allow a touchdown. They just can't. And so, that was a lot of fight right there to get up there and swat that one down.
The third knockdown of the game for DC. Hoping to maybe shut down Wigmore a little bit more on the passing game. 2 wide to the right for 2nd and 10. Hand off to Murray. Right side. He's got a lane. He's got a hole. He breaks the tackle and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And had a very Derrick Henry-esque truck stick right there on a DC defender. But what a great run by Murray. If we can get a look at the replay there, here it comes. You'll see this hit right here. I mean, lowers his shoulders and boom. And just keeps going.
Brought down Daryl Bullock, and unfortunately Riley Hughes was there a little too late. And that will finish off a 7-play, 59-yard drive, finishing with a 16-yard touchdown run for Murray. Tarkington will come in to kick the extra point, make it a 21-point game. Should it go through? Nice snap and hold. Kick is up and good. That'll make it 31-10 with exactly 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. If you want in-depth statistics all season long, make sure to visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for information about the league, its 28 teams, and to see all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. Kick on the way here. Shanahan will take it from the 2. Gonna run up the middle, gets to the 20, and it's about a 20-yard return on the play. And he is brought down by Nate Simmons. And bring out DC once again, who are having a little bit of a struggle. Last couple of full drives they've ended up in interceptions.
Yeah, I mean, you need to try to get some confidence back here in your quarterback. Obviously, he's a little bit shaken up with the consecutive interceptions, but you got to keep attacking.
Hand off to Say, and he is brought down really quickly. Like almost immediately after he grabbed it. That was Nate Brown on the stop.
Yeah, great job by Nate Brown right there. I mean, great penetration. The offense was just kind of they weren't to be found there, were they? And come up with a big time play, make it a long 2nd down.
Yeah, it'll be a loss of 2 from there. Synergy going to be in the gun. Going to fake the handoff. Rolls right. Throws it. It's completed. Caught by Craig Westlake. And gets it up to the 35. A nice gain of 14 to move the chains.
Yeah, that was a nice job. Great reception by Westlake right there. 6'5", 245. His 2nd season there. I mean, take a look at him. He is doing a nice job. Of course, getting out in the flat there. And he's a big guy, so he can turn upfield and bulldoze for a couple of extra yardage there.
And you saw there Keenan Samuels trying to raise his hand up, trying to knock that ball down. He just got there just a little too late. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 35. Jumbo Pro. Synergy going to throw left side. It'll be completed and brought down to the 47. Another 1st down. And that is a 10-yard gain. That's the secondary tight end, Bolo Young.
Well, they're hitting like division rivals, aren't they, today?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is exactly what you would expect from divisional football. You always try to take down your divisional opponent and try to give yourself that little edge in the rankings. 1st and 10 now from the 47. Handoff for Say, up the middle. Gonna stay on his feet and manages to burst into a 1st down. Got about 11.5 yards on the play, puts it in Baltimore territory.
You know, don't tell them that it's a 3-score game right now. I mean, they haven't stopped, what they're doing here. I mean, just continuing with, say, trying to. Man, he's not quit either. Look at those spin moves right there. I mean, just continue to dig for every yard that he can possibly get.
So far, Kevin Say, 12 runs for 89 yards. And he's got 32 receiving yards so far, already up to 120 yards all-purpose. From under center, Synergy on the deep drop. Has time in the pocket. Under pressure. Gets away from one. Can he get it away? Still taking time. Waiting. Rolls to his right. He's going to run it and gets it back to the line. And that's a nice stop from Saron Yates, the fourth. Synergy was a little slow on the run there.
Just nothing downfield, I don't guess. But, man, I tell you what, he had the Baltimore backfield just breathing down his back there. I was kind of surprised he didn't throw it or kind of throw it away a little bit earlier than that. But, trying to make something happen, I guess.
Trying to turn something into a positive there, and I can understand that. Synergy to throw, and it's caught by Westlake, who will go out of bounds at the 37. And that was a nice little stop there from Alvin Mack. 3rd down and 5 now coming up.
Man, it feels like Baltimore's just really starting to turn on the heat here on defense, doesn't it? I mean, the pressure's getting to DC a little bit more. They're having to go to a couple of the little just dink and dunk passes there, not really allowed to do anything down the field.
They go 4 wide for 3rd down and 5. Synergy going to go to the weak side. It's caught, and Coco is short of the line to gain. They'll say it's 4th down and inches.
I thought that she had it. I guess I must be wrong there. It must have just been the angle with which we were looking at it. But man, this is a big time play right here. I feel like you gotta put all the chips on the table and go for it.
Looks like they might do that. They have the offense out on the field. They need about a foot to move the chains. Is Synergy going to snap this? 4 left on the play clock. Doesn't look like they will. They'll call timeout.
Okay. Well, they're in a predicament for sure right here.
Yeah, they tried to go for the free 5, didn't work out. And if they go for the field goal here, it'd be a 49-yard attempt. But it would still make it a 3-score game.
Yeah, it would. Again, at the same time, though, I do understand that you don't want to give good field position to Baltimore. I mean, they could move the ball up and down the field from anywhere, and they are going to take the field goal and just try to get some points on the board.
All right, so that'll bring out Pauty, one of the top field goal kickers in the league. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on its way. It is good from 49. That'll make it 31-13. Baltimore still holds a 3-score lead.
That's a nice kick. It really is. And to get some points on the board like that, like you say, he's one of the best kickers in the league. And, of course, you come away with some points. That's got to be a positive that you take away from this. If they hadn't, that would have been very devastating, I think, as well.
Yeah, it would have forced 3 consecutive touchdowns in the 4th quarter, and I don't know if that would exactly happen. As Irvin's going to bring this out, try to cut to the left side. He will only get a net even on the kick. They'll bring it up to the 20-yard line. Impact Monday heads to Houston for a tussle in the South between the Mexico City Aztecs and the Houston Headhunters. Can Houston reverse the curse of last-second losses and snap their losing streak, or will the Aztecs stroll into Jules Simeon Stadium and give their rivals further suffering? Join Cameron Irvine and Paul Sarp at 7 p.m. Eastern with This Week in the SFL pregame to recap all of what you may have missed in Week 3. Game starts at 8:15 Eastern, only on the SFL YouTube. And that was a pass from Wigmore, incomplete. Looks like that might have been Chima, the intended target.
Really the only miscue that we have seen between quarterback and receiver so far tonight for Baltimore. It's been just about seamless.
Yeah, that's the 5th incompletion for Jack Wigmore on the day. He's 20 for 25 for 204. Currently a QBR of 127 and a third. Wigmore to throw here on 2nd down. Gonna heave it down right side. Oh, and it's knocked away, incomplete. Man, what a stop there from Darrell Bullock.
Oh, that was so nice. It really was. I mean, you gotta give Bullock some credit there. That was fantastic. It looked like he was beat on the coverage. Even looked like the receiver had a step on him, but he certainly didn't. I mean, he did a great job of catching back up to the ball there, and then going in for a wraparound tackle to make sure nothing did come of it.
So now 3rd down and 10. Wigmore, 5 wide receivers from the shotgun. Whoa, a little pressure up the middle, but he'll get it away. Oh, it's incomplete. Irvin could not hold on to the football.
And they force him to go off the field. Now, is this going to be the first punt we've seen of the day? Am I correct in that?
You are absolutely right. This is the first time we have seen either punter come out onto the field. This is Matty Coffins, who's going to be kicking it away for Baltimore. And that is the first 3 and out of the game as well. So this kind of gives you an idea of the tenacity between both these squads as Coffin's kick is away. To be taken by Shanahan at the 42. And he'll get about 4 on the return before getting taken down at the 46-yard line. Baltimore held to a 3 and out. So now DC with an opportunity in great field position.
If you can score a touchdown here, if you can make it into the end zone, which we've only seen it happen once today for DC, but if you can do it, that changes the complexion of the remainder of this game.
Yeah, would make it an 11-point contest. A 2-score game is always good to see. Kevin Say going right side. He'll get the first down. Gets down to the Baltimore 37. Great run there. That's a gain of 17.
Yeah, you have nothing to hang your head about if you're Kevin Say, that's for sure. I mean, take a look at this play once again. He's only getting stronger as the game goes on, and when he breaks out into the open field, he's hard to bring down. I feel him feeding off that momentum of these carries.
Great opening play there for DC on this drive. Now at the Baltimore 37, about 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield. Synergy from under center. Gonna throw on the drop, goes left side, it'll be completed, and then immediately stopped down by Elijah Warfield. That is Josh Gill getting his 3rd catch of the day from 5 yards.
It's a nice job by Warfield right there. I mean, stopped him in his tracks. Didn't allow an inch, much less than a yard, right?
Well, ended up allowing 5 on the catch at the very least. 2 and 2 for DC here on 2nd down. Quick step, Synergy throwing out to Kevin Say. He's wide open. He's going to have some room. Cuts inside. Manages to get the first down. Crawling his way to the 26. A nice gain of 5 to move the chains.
Yeah, it's interesting. You got to be very pleased right there. I know you're down, a couple scores there if you're DC, but they really haven't given up, have they? They continue to fight against what's been a very stern Baltimore defense.
Yeah, very staunch defense as well. They're going to be set up in a dime package. 4 wide receivers for DC, 3 to the left side. Synergy from the shotgun, going for the quick pass down the middle, is completed, and Lauren Percoco, she'll take it down to the 14, another gain of 12, and another first down.
I think it's a little bit of what we've been looking for, isn't it? Just trying to find ways to get this ball a little farther down the field than 2 or 3 or 4 yards, right there. And that's a nice play. Just a quick setup and, going back to Percoco in a play that looked a whole lot like what she scored on earlier in the game.
Yeah, that's very true. She was able to do pretty well. She's currently the top receiver for DC, 5 for 5 for 44 yards with that touchdown. DC now inside the 15. Synergy going to throw out left side, and that is a catch for Shanahan, who is covered massively by Enzo Bolt. It'll only be a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to what I was talking about a minute ago. It's really interesting when you watch this Baltimore defense. Yeah, they can get some, yards there on the reception, but they're going to make sure they don't get any additional yards after catch, it seems like.
Yeah, fantastic coverage on the Baltimore defense. 1 minute to go here in the 3rd. Nickel pack for the Vultures. Synergy on the quick step. Throws right side. Completed and out of bounds is Josh Gill. But they'll say he got enough to move the chains. It'll be 1st and goal to go.
Man, if he could have just turned it upfield, I seen that wide open space right there, but that's hard to do when you got momentum like that. That was still a great play and a great effort to get the first down.
Josh Gill so far 4 of 6 for 37. Let's see what happens on this play. First and goal from the 3. Synergy to throw. Under pressure. And just got that away in time before getting taken down by Alvin Mack. So that will be an incompletion, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of time to really set up and look, did he? I mean, they were right there in his face. So just a good thing he was able to get that away.
Does stop the clock with 40 seconds to go here in the 3rd. DC hoping to get themselves a score. Make this a 2-score game. Synergy from under center, offset I formation. Gills to the right side. Will hand off to Say. He goes right side and into the end zone. Touchdown, DC.
There it is. When you get down to that point on the field, I mean, you just have to give it to the guy who has been able to help you so much in this game and rely on him. So a great job right there, just going in. A really good play design. And like we said, now this changes everything.
Yeah, this is going to be, pending the extra point from Pauty, an 11-point game. So it'd be a field goal, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion will tie it up. And that is more than doable in 1 quarter of football. That drive going 8 plays, 52 yards, finishing with that Say touchdown as the kick is up and good. That will make it 31-20 with 37 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. So Baltimore will get the ball back. Will likely have it to start the final quarter of play. We'll have to see if DC can keep that defensive stand going. They managed to hold them to a punt, the first punt of the entire game. See if they can do it again. Irvin going to take it from the goal line. Running up the middle, and he'll stay on his feet a little bit and gets down to the 25-yard line. Back to the City of Angels with a game break from Cameron Irvine.
Thanks, Ethan. In LA, they're catching up to you, but Los Angeles finds some offense late in the 3rd quarter. Sully Richardson on 3rd and 8. A bomb to Chris Lee. Breaks 1 tackle and then breaks a 2nd. Both teams trying to avoid an 0-3 start to the season. That helps LA. Back to you guys in DC.
Thanks, Cam, as the run from T-Roy Gaines is going to be good for, they're going to say 9 3/4. As he ends up getting stopped by Jose Fuentes. It'll be 2nd and very short.
If you're Baltimore now, you begin to feel a pressure that maybe you didn't expect you were going to have to deal with coming out of halftime.
And they're going to go into a jumbo I for 2nd and short. Hand off to Murray, and he is hit just about the line of scrimmage, but stays on his feet. It'll be enough for the first down, about a 5-yard gain to get it to the 39, and that'll bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Time to put up your 4s, your 12s, your 68s, your 86s, all the good numbers out there in the SFL community. So we got 1 quarter of football left to play, and the Vultures lead by 11. This is the SFL on YouTube.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Welcome back to DC. Ethan Muslin and Cameron Duty here on the call tonight. Ron Haynes and Eddie Gage doing our stats and making, at least me, look a lot smarter. And the little pass there is completed. Good for about a 7-yard gain, and that one goes to Ackerman. That's only his 2nd catch of the game so far.
Kind of come off the field there shaking his hand a little bit, didn't he? Looked like he may have hurt it there. We'll have to keep an eye on that, of course.
We'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Another jumbo I formation. There's going to be a run up the middle, and Murray is going to get enough for the first down. It'll be about a 4-yard gain, but that's all you needed as it goes into DC territory.
Yeah, keeping this drive going, and another thing that it begins to do at this time of game is, eat the clock and making it harder when you're down by 2 scores to get back into it.
DC's going to have to really start holding him here as Murray going to bring it out to the left side. And that'll be a nice 4-yard gain. And another nice stop. That is number 98, Jason Bourne.
Bourne's been busy today, hadn't he? Putting up a good game for sure. We've called his name a lot today. Getting a lot of good tackles.
Yeah, he's had 3 so far, one of them being a sack. And that is a nice job there for the second round pick. 2nd down and 6 for Wigmore. On the quick pass, gets it to Murray, but he is caught immediately right after he makes the catch. Darrell Bullock came right up to him, and it ends up being a loss on the play.
You know, I was complimenting Baltimore on how they haven't let the receivers really get downfield after a catch for DC there. Same thing, though, you know, you got to say for this DC defense, that was a nice play right there, just standing him upright, not letting him get a bit further.
Now 3rd and 7 on the nickel set. Pass completed. That's enough for the first down. Gets it to the 37. And a nice little gain of 10 from David Anderson.
3rd downs have certainly been a weakness, though, for this DC defense. They have had ease converting this. Baltimore certainly has not really struggled very much in the 3rd down department today.
Yeah, so far, Baltimore 4 for 7 on 3rd down, but that's not discounting DC, who've gone 5 for 9. They have been doing pretty well so far. Wigmore to throw on 1st down. Another nice completion to the 21. Oh, man, they are just doing really good here. Daley Holder gets another 15.
Yeah, coming up with the drive, which is exactly what we said that they needed, something to sustain and chew some time off the clock, and at the same time, they've worked their way down into field position.
Just a yard or so shy of the red zone as we see Wigmore's stats so far. 24-31 for 235. Doing pretty well for himself so far. On the quick step, he'll check it down to Murray. And he is swamped immediately by John Patrick Levine. He came right up from behind and said, "You are not going any further, my good man." It's a 2-yard gain.
No, I think they sense the urgency there, that they know that they have to keep them out of this end zone for them to have a chance at getting back in this one with what time we have left.
Coming up to about 7.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. DC's got to make a big stop. 2nd and 8, 4 wide receivers with Wigmore in the shotgun. Pump fakes it. Goes down the middle. It's caught down inside the 2 to the 1-yard line. Incredible catch from Ivory Irvin. It's 1st and goal again for the Vultures.
Yeah, and look at this throw by Wigmore. I mean, just nice, and a great job of adjusting his body there, Irvine, that is I'm talking about, to just make a really nice reception. And again, down to the 1-yard line now. Going to be tough. Going to be tough for DC.
Yeah, it would be a massive goal line stand, but all things considered, I think Baltimore's going to enjoy it, and they will. It's a little rush up the middle for Murray. It's another touchdown for the Vultures.
Yeah, what can you say? Just a nice play with a great job by that offensive line, just getting in there and opening up some broad lanes. Look at that. I think you could have maybe, drove a car through that one right there, So, nice job.
Yeah, great job by the offensive line of Baltimore, allowing Murray to get into the end zone. Finishing off an 11-play, 75-yard drive with that 1-yard touchdown. So Baltimore now with a 37-20 lead, hoping to make it 38, pending the extra point from Tarkington. And that's a good snap, bit of a low one, but it's up and on its way and good. And that will make it 38-20 with 7:14 to go here in the 4th quarter. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Shanahan to take this about inside his own end zone. And he's going to try to find some room and ends up getting a net -1 on the touchback. Ends up only getting back to the 19-yard line. Now DC down by 3 scores. 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. You got to figure they're going to have to start really getting up tempo and getting aggressive.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking there, Ethan. I mean, they're going to have to. I mean, it's worked well, using Say just as well as they have, but now you really got to go deep, and you really don't have much of another option, in my opinion.
Synergy will go deep. A bit of a duck there, and that one intended for Josh Gill falls incomplete. Looked like that might have been a bit of an early throw there with Yates putting up some coverage.
That's kind of what I was thinking there. I don't think that play had completely developed or had a chance to at all.
No, Saron Yates the fourth having himself a decent day. 2 tackles, one of them being for a loss, one of them being a sack. That actually ties him for 9th all-time with Mike Johnson at 75.5 sacks. So he's slowly moving up the leaderboard. And Synergy's going to get brought down by Nate Brown. It's a loss of 3. As we were talking about the sack, that's the 3rd one of the day for this Baltimore defensive line.
Yeah, I mean, you take a look at that. The pressure is just really getting to him there now. I mean, just a great push that those defensive linemen for Baltimore are getting off the line.
So now 3rd and long from the 16. Synergy going to go for the deep ball left side, and it's intercepted. Oh, man, Elijah Warfield there to haul it in, and Baltimore's got the ball right back.
Let me just say right there, what a great reception, by Warfield right there, turning around to just come in and snag the interception right out of the air. I mean, that's really all that you can say. That hurts. That could pretty much just about be a nail in the coffin right there for DC. I don't want to be too presumptuous there, but especially if Baltimore puts some points up on this.
If they can hold Baltimore to a field goal, it would still keep it a 3-score game. Wigmore going to throw left side. It'll be caught by Irvin. He'll get down to the 32, another gain of 8.
Yeah, you can't let them in the end zone, just like you said. I mean, you can't let them score the touchdown on you. Field goal, there's a little something there certainly to maybe change the outcome of this thing, but you can't let them into the end zone for 6.
Absolutely. Heavy pro set here for 2nd and 2. Handoff to Murray, who's got room up the middle. It'll be another 5 or so yards to bring it to the 26, and another Baltimore first down.
Yeah, and the clock just keeps running. Now we're approaching 6 minutes left, and if DC wants to have any shot at making a comeback at this, they got to come up with the best defensive stop that they've had all game.
Another first set down and 10. Bit of a heavy set here. Wigmore going to throw. Checks it down to Murray. Goes left side. Spins away from 1 and gets brought down to the 20. For a gain of 6 there. Peanut Say there to help make that tackle.
Yeah, and a nice job coming up. He's having a pretty good day for himself as well. We've called his name, as well as Bullock also, who have had some good games for themselves.
2nd down and 4 to go. Heavy I formation right now for Baltimore. Wigmore under center. He'll go for a throw. Checks it down to Murray. Goes left side, and he's caught behind the line. Nice little stop from Riley Hughes. Ends up being a loss of 1.
Let's talk about him for a minute. 6 tackles there, 1 for loss. This defense really has been playing hard. And like we talked about earlier, the score really doesn't reflect on, in my opinion, what a nice job that they really have done. They've really put up a good fight today.
Yeah, it has been a really good fight from DC. They just haven't been able to convert it into any points. As the pass here, knocked away, incomplete. There's a penalty marker down. So it's incomplete for the time being, but we'll see what the penalty is.
Yeah, first of the day. No, second.
That is a pass interference call on the defense. That's John Patrick Levine being called on the interference coverage. So that'll be an automatic first down.
Oh, man. I was afraid of that, though. It looked like he arrived at the ball just about the same time, if not a second earlier, and I guess that's what the officials seen as well. Let me correct myself also. That was the first penalty that we have seen in today's game.
So other than that, a pretty disciplined offense and defense for both squads. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 12. Murray up the middle. And he ends up getting about 7 as he brings it inside the 5 to the 4-yard line.
And so the clock continuing to wind down now. I mean, you've got 4:38 and counting in this game here with 2nd and 3 on the 4. You kind of would expect them to maybe go back to that guy right there if they don't run it. Maybe look for Irvin once again. He's had some really nice footwork today.
Yeah, he's been doing very well for himself so far. 74 yards on 15 tries. Finishing in 3 scores, hoping to go for a 4th. As Baltimore is milking this clock down. Handoff to Murray left side, and he will not go any further. It'll be a loss of 1 on the play. Declan O'Rourke there to make the stop alongside Peanut Say. Now you got a big third and four coming up. This is the kind of play we were talking about. DC's got to hold them to try to keep this a 3-score game.
Yep, you're exactly right. And if they can do that, third down situations has been their weakness so far today. If they can do that, as we said, that's exactly what we've been looking for, and it could change the way the rest of this game is played.
So far, Baltimore 6 for 8 on third down. They hand it off up the middle, and Murray will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Yeah, just give it back to Murray and just see what the big guy can do. Take a look at this run again, right up the middle, and actually, there you go, right till he was untouched. Really, the only contact came was after he crossed the goal line.
Drive ends up going for 8 plays, 30 yards with the 5-yard touchdown run, making it 44-20 with 3:34 to go here in the fourth. And pending the extra point to make it 45, which will make it officially a 4-score game. Good snap on its way and good. Make it 45-20 with 3:34 to go. That now officially ties the record for second most points allowed by the DC Dragons, which happened ironically to the Baltimore Vultures last season when they lost to them 45-30. Hopefully history will not be repeating itself here. Kick will be coming on the way. Shanahan will be returning it. And he'll take it from the goal line. Up to the 10, to the 20, and spins up to the 21-yard line. Hey, don't leave the stream yet without joining our Discord server. There is so much more to do in the SFL than just being a player. Join to check out content for teams and about the league created by the community, participate in pick'em games, play SFL fantasy football, and test your skills in the survivor pool. To join our server, make sure to visit simulationfl.net and click on the Discord icon on the menu. The SFL community is 2,000 strong, and we hope to see you there. Quick pass here to Kevin Say is only going to go for about 2. And DC is going to go into the hurry-up offense, as they're hoping to get a little bit closer here. Another quick pass to Say, and he cannot get around Enzo Bolt. So that'll bring up third down and 6. And looks like they'll go for the quick pass. This one goes to the left side. Percoco will get it, but it will bring it up to the 28. It'll be short of the first down, so 4th and 3 coming up for DC.
That was a quick 3 plays, wasn't it, right there? I mean, just boom, boom, boom. Let me say for a minute, the Discord community it's fantastic. As I said, I mentioned before, new to this community, but I've loved everything I've seen. I'm sure you would as well if you haven't joined already, folks.
Yeah, absolutely. Join the community. It's, a great group of folks, and I mean, hey, if they allow me to get in, anybody can get in. 4th down and 3 for Synergy, who's going to throw it up, and it's intercepted. Oh, man, it just keeps getting worse and worse as Elijah Warfield picks up his 2nd pick of the day.
Yeah, it's been a tough day for Synergy. We've seen a lot of good moments, but, these interceptions right here, they've been killer. They've come at the most inopportune time as well. And, with 2:27 here, that was really the last chance gasp there. We'll see what Baltimore does if they're content to run the clock out.
We got a little under 2.5 to go here in the fourth. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. They run it up to Murray, who will go up the middle for about 3. And yeah, I would not be surprised to see Baltimore just run this out and take a 25-point win. As you see there up on the top right of your screen, DC was 7.5-point underdogs at home, but looks like that's not going to get covered, and the over definitely hit, just almost by Baltimore by itself as we reach the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in DC, and Baltimore looks to have it all cinched up. They lead the Dragons 45-20. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music here on YouTube. We got 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Baltimore hoping to just drain this out and head back down the road with a win, as Washington will take their second timeout. They did lose one to a challenge with that run from Gaines to bring 3rd and 3.
Yeah, when we look back at this game, we will have to agree. In my opinion, the third downs was the big thing. 7 of 9 for Baltimore. DC did do well also, but at the same time, just not being able to get Baltimore off the field, it made all the difference.
Another run here up the middle, be good for a first down. And we might have a stop here. Yes, we do. Declan O'Rourke is down and hurt. Boy, when it rains, it pours for DC.
Yeah, insult to injury right there, isn't it? I mean, it's just not what you needed. I mean, at the end of this game, O'Rourke has played a hard-fought game today. Let's give him some props, too. It's hard to see him go out like that. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Hopefully not, but by the looks of things, they'll probably just have him head home a little bit early and rest up for next week's game. Next week, our DC will be hosting the Artillery, while Baltimore will have some time to max and relax a little bit. They've got the bye week coming up next week. As Murray gets another couple of yards here, as Washington will take their final timeout.
You talk about feeling good about yourself, right? I mean, coming out of this game like Baltimore is putting up 45 points, undefeated so far on the season. The bye week is going to be obviously well-deserved and very much look forward to.
Yeah, the week after the bye week, though, Baltimore will be hosting the Charleston Predators. So it will be another divisional matchup coming up for the Atlantic Division, as we're going to see a couple of knees being taken here by Adam Jefferson to run out the clock. DC might get the ball back with time to spare, but at this point, it is unfortunately garbage time.
Just a little too late, yeah.
Or we might call it refuse tempo. Be a little more polite about it. And that Jefferson will take another knee here to bring up 4th and 10. Yeah, so they'll wind down the clock down to about 20 seconds. And that will give DC a little bit of time to maybe pad the stats a little bit, but they'll have to work something out to try to take down this Baltimore squad, who looks to be on another warpath. Because we were talking about it earlier before we started the show. Baltimore in their 10 seasons, this is their 10th season of existence. They have never had a record under 8 wins. They have always gone at least 8-4, 9-3, 10-12, or 11-1. And that is just an amazing stat to see. And that just gives you credit where credit's due, as this punt is going to the end zone for the touchback. I mean, that just gives you credit to T. Roy Gaines, the general manager of the Vultures, who has put together stellar squad after stellar squad every season.
Absolutely. I mean, you take a look at this entire squad from the coaching staff all the way down to the players. I mean, 3 straight seasons with a championship here. They look primed to go for a 4th. And when you have games like this, watch out, SFL. I mean, they, of course, again, are for real and forced to be reckoned with.
Synergy going to throw the ball up the middle. It'll be completed. They're brought down. Let's see, that was Shanahan making the catch. So they'll try to get a little bit of extra points here. 10 seconds to go. Synergy on the quick step, going to throw out to Say right side. He'll step around and try to get out of bounds. They're going to say he got tackled in, so that will unfortunately do it. And that is zeros on the clock. Baltimore will walk away with the win. They'll go to 3-0 as they take down the Dragons 45-20. That was an unfortunate turn of events, and you can kind of see there 4 turnovers for DC. And again, we were talking about how kind of even-handed they were going into the half, and then Baltimore just took over in the second.
Yeah, the stats pretty much stayed the same, didn't it? Though the only thing that changed, the interception. And you can't win a football game when you turn the ball over 4 times. It just very rarely is going to happen. Great. Let's give credit to both teams, though. They played hard all game long. I really do feel like it was a closer game than what the score eventually looked like. DC, though, we talked about Baltimore and their success. DC, you know, they're looking to put another good winning season together, and it's early. You know, I know that they're down 1-2 right now after this game, but they can certainly get back in it. A long way to go, and they've shown they can come up with some good winning records.
You're absolutely right. DC, it's still early for DC. We're only a quarter of the way through the season. There's still a lot of games left to go. As we mentioned, DC is going to be hosting Alamo City next week. That's going to be a real good one. That's, you know, both of them are playoff teams. That'll be really good. Week after that, they're going to host Carolina in another divisional matchup, and then they're going to head down to Mexico City. So they've got winnable games at their disposal. It was just an unfortunate matter. They just could not put anything together tonight.
Yep, agreed 100%. And let's again, you know, give congratulations to Baltimore. They're on a well-played game on both sides of the ball. That offense, though, they are hot right now, and it's going to be very difficult to slow them down.
Yeah, Baltimore's next 3 opponents are going to be hosting Charleston. They'll be at Houston, and then they will be hosting Fort Worth. So a good slate of games for them. I would not be surprised if one of them does take them down. I might, you know, everyone's been talking about how Charleston has kind of turned the ship around, so I wouldn't be surprised if they might be able to pull something out of their hat after the bye. Warren Murray, your player of the game for today, 20 attempts, 87 yards, 4 touchdowns with 11 receiving yards, nearly got a century of all-purpose offense. But a great job from Warren Murray putting the ball into the end zone. That is going to do it for us tonight here in DC. I want to thank my partner, Cameron Duty, the statisticians in the truck, Mr. Ron Hines and Eddie Gage, and of course, producer commissioner extraordinaire Cameron Irvine. Thanks so much for doing everything you do. It is always appreciated here, and I know it's appreciated out there as well. Don't forget to come back here to SFL YouTube on Sunday. We got 4 matchups coming up for you. Charleston and Alamo City, Tulsa at Florida, Sioux Falls in Minnesota, and Atlanta at Vancouver. All going to be great matchups. And then, of course, Monday night, Mexico City taking on Houston. All great matchups coming up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Catch up on that SFL action. And until next time, this is Ethan Muzzle saying goodnight. See you next time.